I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce.
And they've proven themselves against this squad already. They'll meet 3 times this year, and a win tonight would lock up this season series.
You know, I think mostly they just want to keep improving, build on that earlier win, try to snowball a little bit of momentum here.
And Grant, having a lengthy bench is so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart. Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
First team foul.
And Minnesota with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Jones. Pass to Durant. Caruso outside. Back to Durant. 5 to shoot. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that. Shot from 16, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well, and that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Durant. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Cunningham. Here's Miller. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Jones. Spins to the right side. Here's Bull. Sarr pulls it in. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Miller can't get it to go. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. He takes it in. And Durant with the big finish.
Well, the length is a problem, right? Kevin Durant on the drive. Hard to stop.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Trent. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Caruso. Down low. Here's Bull. And finished off by Bull.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Miller on the wing. Outside Johnson. Trent outside. 3 on the clock. And here's Cunningham outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
3.
Yeah, in the nick of time. Probably not exactly what they had drawn up, but Cunningham saves them.
Pass to Durant. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And he stays with it. Here's Bull. Second chance shot. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Bull's got his second basket of the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The kick out to Johnson. Back to Cunningham. The kick out to Johnson. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Miller can't get it to go.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Outside Durant. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams changing it up here. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Misi. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. The kick out to Johnson. Trent for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
This is what we would call a hot spot, particularly if Gary Trent Jr. is the shooter.
Pass to Misi. Outside, Williams. There's a screen. And Williams punches it home.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Now here's Anthony. He's scoreless. Nails it from 3.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Outside Johnson. Holland with a rebound.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
McConnell's shot is off. And so Trent will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 6. Here's Sara. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, easy enough for the 7-footer. Sar bringing the house down.
And here's Anthony. Pass to McConnell. Outside, Williams. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Williams has got his second bucket on the night.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The kick out to Johnson. From the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Holland. Here's Anthony. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Sarr. Here's Shepard. Off the mark there with a three. For three, Anthony. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring.
21. The Timberwolves. 17.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. The shot by Misi, no good.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Trent left side. Fires the three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Pass to Holland. The layup misses. Minnesota in the lead. Cunningham left side. Outside. Back to Cunningham. Portis right side. Fader on the way. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it.
On the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Minnesota now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Pass to Trent. Back to Cunningham. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
Durant for three. And the three-pointer goes. Durant's got 7.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Out to Portis. Pass to Shepard. Here's Toppin, guarded by Durant. Now here's Cunningham. Clock at 6. Cade gets going. Here's Trent. Here's Toppin. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. On the wing, Durant. And here's Bull. And finished off by Bull.
The instincts of KD on display right there. He sees the entire floor. I think it's an underrated aspect of his game.
Now here's Cunningham. Give him 8. Toppin outside. Pass to Trent. Toppin outside. Goes up on the wing. Rebound Boston. Jones with the ball. Picked up by Cunningham. Now here's Bowl. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Durant. Katie jams it straight down.
Easy money for the Slim Reaper. Nice finish.
Now Cunningham giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Shoots over Caruso. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
The three, DiVincenzo. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Now here's Johnson. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Anthony. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Matisse Thybulle.
Cole Anthony, a guy who has just tremendous feel for the game. He's obviously been around it from the time he was very young. Just understands where the ball should be at all times. Good passer, aggressive scorer.
And Anthony drops them both. The Timberwolves trail. Dinwiddie outside. Toppin outside. Pass to Portis. Here's the three. Sinks the tray. Portis has got 5 points. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Holland. And there's the call on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now here's Durant. 9 points in the game. Fires for 3. Missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
And the shot goes.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Shepard. Here's Toppin. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Portis with it. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Celtic ball. Substitution on the court.
The Celtics with the lead. Anthony outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 7.
Oh, Cole Anthony not afraid to mix it up on the interior. Good finish.
Portis left side. Outside Thybulle. Dinwiddie right side. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Thybulle. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Boston leading by 3. Out left to the wing. Pass to Anthony. Here's Messi. Banked it in off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And once more this half, They find a way to get great position inside.
And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game. "16 seconds left to play in the half. Here's Misi. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And here's Shepard for 3. Counted from distance. Shepard's got 6 here in the quarter. Here's Holland. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Boston out in front. They're up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Timberwolves trail by 4. Pass to Shepard. Cunningham with the ball. Over to the left wing. Johnson inside. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks down the triple. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
Boston shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
There just seems to be this innate, nuanced understanding of the game when you grow up around it. That is Cole Anthony in a nutshell.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
KD, what else would you expect?
Yet another monster night for Kevin Durant, one of the best scoring forwards in the history of the game.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Shepard. And here's Cunningham. Here's Shepard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Celtics making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Pulls it from the top of the key. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Shepard. There's the screen by Johnson. Just 3 to shoot. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Celtics lead by 4. Here is DiVincenzo. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Outside Jones. From deep. He goes up again. He can't hit that time. Johnson with the defensive effort. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics. Number 50.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Now Caruso. Still no points. Outside Durant. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Here's Bagley. Again, the miss by Boston.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Miller, one shot.
That's good for Miller.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Pass to Messi. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Pass to Portis. Toppin outside. 4 on the clock. Here's McConnell. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
T.J. McConnell.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Dinwiddie. No points so far. And the layup falls.
Well, just tremendous body control by Spencer Dinwiddie, able to adjust to the defender's contact.
Now here's McConnell. Pass to Bagley. No good that time. Excellent D there from Toppin. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Well, how about the work they've done from the in-between area? They are making it rain, and the storm ain't over yet.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Trent outside for the lead. The Celtics with the lead. For 3, DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Portis. And here's Minnesota now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Toppin outside. Pass to Miller. Boston pulls it in. Williams on the wing. To the middle. Bagley. Here's Krejci. Miller pulls it in.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Trent from long range.
2 minutes.
Trent on the wing.
2 minutes.
Miller outside. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen by Toppin. Second shot opportunity. And Miller with the lay-in. Miller's got 9 points now in the second half.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Miller on the wing. takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Here they come. It's Celtics entertainment.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Entertainment.
Boston trailing. Pass to Holland. .1:14 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And there's the call on Spencer Dinwiddie. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. Here's Misi. Quickly outside. Drills it from deep. Quickly's got his first 3 points of the game.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel Quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
Miller with it. It's Dinwiddie on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Here's Misi. He's got 6. It's hauled in by Portis. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Miller. Puts up a 3. They get it again. Miller on the wing. Now here's Toppin. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen. He pulls it. A nice shot by Krejci. And now a 4-point Boston lead. The third quarter comes to a close. Boston out in front, leading by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a...
The Timberwolves. 52.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Celtics lead by 4. Durant surveying the D. KD out here flexing on people.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Durant for 3. And Durant with the big finish.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Outside Johnson. Stolen by Jones. Caruso with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Shot from 12. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
Now forget the analytics. If KD's shooting it, I'll take it all day.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 8-point game. Miller on the wing. Back to Cunningham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Sarr. Bull grabs the board. Boston leading by 8. On the wing, Durant. To the inside. Blocked.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Here's Cunningham. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Cunningham on the wing. The kick out to Johnson. The three. Jones grabs the board.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Oh, no good.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Back to Cunningham. Three-pointer. Cunningham attacks for three.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
For three, Durant. He can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by three. Pass to Trent. Poked loose. Stolen by Caruso. Here's the break. Here's DiVincenzo. The kick to Durant. The fadeaway. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Guys, you have got to find a way to slow this man down. This is a great timeout.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And here's Shepard for three. Boston leading by three. Pass to Messi. And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Timeout, timeout.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
And they got to refocus. Too many careless turnovers will kill your momentum.
Minnesota on D. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. It's a one-on-one situation. Cunningham looking it over. Miller outside. Pass to Thibault. 6 to shoot. Now Cunningham. Over Caruso. Minnesota again missing.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Again, the miss by Boston. Timberwolves trail by 3. Cunningham outside. Miller right side to tie it up. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here's Durant. They get back on track. Gets the 3 ball to go. Durant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Cunningham left side. Pass to Miller. Here's Sarr. And stolen by Bowl. Caruso right side. And here's Durant. Now here's Bowl. Guarded by Miller. Bowl down low. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Johnson for three. And another three for Minnesota.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Now Caruso. Pass to Bowl.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Cunningham, left side. Miller outside. Back to Cunningham to take the lead. Durant pulls it in. And so Durant will bring it up for the Celtics. The lead is 2. KD won't be stopped.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Cunningham with the ball. Durant covering. Johnson inside. Oh, and Johnson slammed. It in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Outside Jones.
Ben Shepherd.
Outside Durant. Outside DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Cunningham. Seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Thibault on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Oh, he buried the three.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Durant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
You have to respect Kevin Durant's ability to pick up fouls, and I love seeing him drive with authority.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Now here's Cunningham. Driving in. Missed it.
And a relentless drive by Cunningham. The defense goes to cut him off, and he makes sure to get fouled.
He drops the first one, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look if that's at all possible.
11 seconds left in the final quarter. free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead. And Chris Finch has called timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
Unless they can get a wide open jumper, they might want to attack inside, because even if you miss at the rim, you can still draw a foul.
Substitution, number 24, Brandon Miller.
Here's Shepard for the win! So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so